If there is one skill that every woman should have is emotional intelligence. The ability to stay calm and to control your emotions even when you're in the middle of a storm. Because when emotions are high, logic is very low, and this can make you take actions that you will regret for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter what the other person has done to you, even if they have disrespected you, they have abused you, they have pushed your button. Being able to control yourself and to act accordingly, that is a superpower that every woman should be able to have. Because there are a lot of women in jails who are not able to control their emotions, and they are there not because they are criminals, but just because someone pushed their buttons and they acted in ways that they never thought they could, and they are now in jails paying for being unable to control their emotions. If there's one thing that you do in 2024, make sure as a woman you learn how to control your emotions. We are very emotional beings, and if you're not able to put your emotions in check, they can easily destroy your life. And be able to know situations which deserve your attention and situations that you should just say, I don't give a F about them, and I should just walk away. The question remains, how do you improve your emotional intelligence? How do you master your emotions? You can only do this after understanding your emotions, being able to control them, and using them in a positive way. Today we'll be learning about 10 steps that you can incorporate in your lifestyle as you embark on this journey of mastering your emotions, and that will improve your life significantly. The first step is self-awareness. If you want to be emotionally intelligent, you have to be self-aware. You have to know the things that trigger you. You have to sit down and analyze yourself, reflect on your life, reflect on the traumas that you have. What is it that makes you angry? That situation 2 years ago, what exactly made you angry? What made you feel like this person was disrespecting you? Understand yourself, understand your triggers. Because once you understand what triggers you, what makes you mad, what makes you anxious, when you're in that situation, you'll be able to detect it immediately and be able to act accordingly. But if you are not aware and you're just flowing with life, someone will come to you and act in a certain way, and out of ignorance, you will just react anyhow. And depending on how emotional you will be, you will do things that you will regret later. You need to know what triggers you, what makes you sad, what makes you happy, what makes you anxious. And you can only do this when you sit down with a pen and a paper. And that's why I keep saying in this channel that writing your emotions down is very important. You'll be able to understand yourself. You'll be able to know, these are my weaknesses. And when you are reflecting, be able to analyze which type of people really make you mad. Maybe you have a lot of trauma around your dad. So whatever your dad does, maybe it's not even something that is big or a big deal. It's a very small thing that they have done to you. But you act over the edge because you have daddy issues, because you have abandonment issues. He abandoned you when you were a child. Now when he is back and you are an adult, you want to show him that you are okay, you did better, and you don't need him. No matter what he says, maybe it's not even something offensive. You are already mad, you're already angry, you are yelling at him, you are starting an argument with him. You also need to be able to recognize and acknowledge your feelings. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're just angry and you're just mad and you don't know why. And then you go out there. When you're interacting with your colleagues, you find yourself yelling at them. They have not done anything to you, but you're just emotional and you're just angry and you're yelling at everybody. And you know, energies are very funny. When you're in a low vibrational energy, everything that day goes haywire. You just have a bad day. You need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I mad? What exactly am I feeling? We are so used to saying, oh, I am angry, but you do not know exactly what you're feeling. Sometimes you're just not angry or mad or sad. Sometimes you are hurt. Sometimes you are disappointed. Also acknowledge that it is okay for you to feel whatever you're feeling. When your friend has revealed your secret and you're feeling hurt, it is okay for you to feel that way. You have a right to feel that way. Do not start condemning yourself. Be gentle with yourself and acknowledge that, yes, I am feeling hurt, but it is okay for me to feel hurt. The next thing you need to do is to understand the why behind the feelings. After you have sat down and analyzed what you're feeling, I am feeling hurt. The next question to ask yourself is, why am I feeling hurt? And this is all the process of self-awareness. You remember a situation maybe from 2 years ago. This person did this to me and I was feeling disappointed. The next question to ask yourself is, why was I feeling disappointed? Is it a trauma that I had before? Is it a trigger that I have that I do not know about? Ask yourself the why, the reason you're feeling the way you're feeling. The second step is to accept and feel your emotions. We are emotional beings. So it is inevitable for us to feel emotions, and it's okay to feel emotions. Your emotions are valid. When you have gone somewhere and someone has done something wrong to you, someone has disrespected you, someone has betrayed you, it is okay for you to feel hurt. When you have something big coming up, it is okay for you to feel anxious. It is okay. You don't have to feel bad about it. But here is the thing, don't label those emotions as good or bad. If you're feeling hurt, that is not a bad thing. Those are just emotions, and emotions are temporary. They come and they go. I'm sure if you look back at your life and reflect, maybe something that was really making you anxious, an interview 2-3 years ago, it doesn't matter now. And this is for the spiritual people. Understand that everything is working out for your good. So even if something has happened and has really made you feel sad or hurt or whatever feeling that you're feeling, just know that in the bigger picture, everything is working out for you. So feel the emotions. I'm not saying you just suppress them, because when you suppress your emotions, there will come a time the emotions will be full and you will just burst and your reaction will not be good. So feel your emotions. Accept them. I'm feeling hurt. I'm feeling disappointed. It's a silly thing. Yes, but I am feeling hurt. If it is after a heartbreak, your heart has been broken, it is okay for you to be sad. It is okay for you to sit down and cry and remember those good memories and all those things. What is not okay is to dwell on those feelings for so long, to prolong those feelings. If someone has heartbroken you, go back home, feel those feelings, cry all you want, try to play all those scenarios where you could have gotten married, you could have had kids, all those things could have worked out for you, but do not spend a whole month just trying to remember all those things. You are prolonging the feeling. Make sure that you do not prolong it. You cannot stay 1 month, 2 months, you're still feeling sad and hurt because of a heartbreak or because a friend broke your trust. No, we have to move on and life goes on. Remember, these are temporary feelings, and in most cases, 5 years from now, they will not matter. The third step is to learn to respond, not to react. Maybe someone is serving you coffee and they haven't gotten your order right. You don't even want to hear the explanation. Maybe the coffee you wanted is not there. Instead of you taking your time and thinking, what is the solution? You just take the coffee and pour it to the waiter. And I have seen videos going viral where a waiter has served someone something that they did not order or that was not of the quality they expected, and then they take the food and they throw it at the waiter. This is so wrong, and it shows that you lack emotional intelligence. You are just doing things so that you can react. Someone says something to you very offensive. Instead of slowing down and thinking, what should I say in this situation, you just react. You just do whatever, the first thing that comes to your mind. Your husband comes home and you have found out that he's cheating. Instead of taking your time and thinking, how should I respond in this situation, you just react. And I know this can be very hard in the middle of that storm. When you're in that argument, when you're in that situation, this can be very hard to remember that, oh, I should not react, I should respond. This is what I normally do. If I'm in a private place, let's say it's a phone call or it's my partner or it's a friend, we're in a house, we're not somewhere public, I just go silent and I close my eyes and I breathe 10 times. In, out, 10 times. That calms you down. You see, when someone is angry, the way you feel like your blood is boiling, your temperature is high, when you do that and you count 10 breaths, you take 10 breaths slowly, it calms you down. The power of the mind is so great. It gives you a sober mind to decide how you should respond. And if you're in a public place, maybe the waiter has gotten your order wrong or they have disrespected you or someone has abused you, you'd look crazy if you just closed your eyes and you started doing the breathing exercise. You'd look crazy. What I do is you just stay silent and in your mind, you count 1 to 10. You just count silently. Nobody needs to know that you're counting, but you're counting. Doesn't matter what the other person is saying, just block them and count up to 10. By the time you're counting up to 10, I promise you, you'll have calmed down, you'll have a sober mind, and you'll decide accordingly how to respond to their question if it's disrespectful, how to act if they have disrespected you, what is the best step to take in that situation. The fourth step is silence. I know silence is a very underrated thing, and I always tell women our superpower is silence. You have to learn the art of silence. Sometimes it is not worth your energy. Sometimes it is not worth your energy. Sometimes you find yourself in situations where you engage the other person and all it does is hurt you. I'll give you this scenario. It's in the morning, you have not taken your breakfast at home, and you go to your nearest cafe to get some coffee or some tea for breakfast. And the person there serving you has a very bad attitude and they are trying to engage you. And you, because you have not learned about emotional intelligence, you just react, you just say anything, and now you start having a back and forth. It turns into a bickering competition. You will agree with me that when this type of things happen to you in the morning, the whole day is ruined. Everything will go haywire. Have you ever experienced that? Tell me in the comment section below. Because me, I have experienced this so many times. Back then when I didn't know about spirituality and energies. When something bad happened to me in the morning, that day I would have a bad day. Everything else would go haywire. But now that I know, it is because I was engaging in low energy. You have woken up in the morning, you have done your routine, everything is going well. So you are very high in your energy. Sometimes you have even prayed. So your energy is very high. And then you go to that cafe and then you engage this person who has an attitude with you or is talking badly to you. You know what that does? It lowers your energy, and now you go into low energy. Do you know what happens when you're in low energy? You attract low energy experiences. You do not understand why, but everything that day goes haywire. So sometimes silence is better. For example, in that case of cafe, this person, maybe you will not even see them again. They're not important in your life. What you guys are arguing about is they put 1 sugar instead of 2. They brought to you coffee instead of tea, and now they are refusing to change the order. What would happen if you just take the tea? What would happen if you just, for that day, you just take the coffee, or you just buy another coffee and that tea for $2, just give it to a stranger or someone who is homeless? That 200 is not worth having a bad day. It can ruin a lot of things in your life. Do not engage such type of people. Just be silent. And I know someone will ask me, so I should be silent even when someone is disrespecting me or abusing me? And I would say, in most cases, yes, be silent. You see, when you start an argument with a fool, they are trying to prove their point of view. And then you are also trying to prove your point of view. Now you start arguing. Someone who is looking at the both of you arguing, they will not know who the fool is or what is happening there. People will just see these are two fools who are arguing, and you're already putting yourself in that low vibration energy. And sometimes the other person is not a fool. It's just that you guys have different perspectives, and you arguing, it will not change their perspective. For example, I find myself in an argument where someone believes that a woman and a man in a relationship should go 50-50 on the bills. And I believe that a man should provide 100%. Maybe I believe a man should provide 100% because that is my perspective. That is my belief. I grew up seeing my dad provide 100%. And the other person, they grew up seeing their dad and their mom going 50-50. Are you telling me by you arguing with that person in the next 10-20 minutes, do you think that your argument will be able to change the belief that they have had for the last 20-30 years? No, it will not change their belief. Just allow them to have their perspective and know that you all don't have to agree. Sometimes it is not worth the argument, especially with people who are not important to you, like your family or your friends, and people who are strangers. An attendant in the supermarket, you don't even know what they are going through, and you are there arguing with them. You may not even see this attendant for the rest of your life again. Why are you engaging in an argument with them? It is not worth it. Silence for the win. And I know this thing of being silent, even when someone is disrespecting you, can be very hard. But even the Bible, the Holy Bible, clearly tells us that we should be silent. In the book of Proverbs 29:11, it says, I'll just read it. Fools vent their anger, but the wise quietly hold it back. Don't be a fool. I know it's cliche when people say that two fools argue, but if you're not able to hold your anger, I didn't say it, you are a fool. And it's the Bible that is saying it. And on that note, can you guys see how my bookmark is so beautiful? It says, thank you, God, for never giving up on me. And I truly thank him because he has never given up on me. The fifth step is to practice mindfulness. Start engaging in mindfulness activities such as meditation. Just calm your brain down. If you're not doing meditation and you're watching this, please start it today. Just take 5 minutes, assume everything is not there, and just focus on your breathing. Just for 5 minutes, slow down. This will help you be able to be in touch with your emotions. It can help you after the meditation. You can learn, I'm feeling so sad today. You can go to that self-reflection thing and ask yourself why. Start practicing those things. Start journaling. Take your journal, write what you're feeling down, write your emotions down. And this way you'll be able to know, this is what I'm feeling, and this is why I'm feeling this. I am hurt. This is okay. Tell yourself it is okay to feel hurt. Another thing is, if you really want to vent, maybe someone has done something to you and you really want to vent and you don't want to engage, maybe for example your boss, they are being disrespectful to you and there's nothing you can do. You cannot just go there and start abusing your boss. And some bosses, even if you try to reason with them and even if you try to tell them that whatever they are doing is hurting you, some bosses are just mean and they're just sadists. They just like seeing people hurt. The best thing that you can do in this situation, take your phone and record a video. Tell him all the things that you would like to tell him and then delete the video. That way you'll have gotten that thing out of your chest and it will not be staying there, because it is not good to bottle up those emotions. One day you'll just get to your limit and you'll just burst out on your boss and just abuse him and do things that are not good. Another thing is to be present. Focus on the now. Stop remembering the past, what happened, what could have happened. For example, you have broken up with someone. Stop focusing on, oh, we went to that vacation, it was so good. Oh, this person could have done this. Oh, this person could have given me cute babies. Stop focusing on the past. Forget about it. Just focus on now. And also stop stressing about the future. If today you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have clothing, you have your loved ones around you, you have more than enough. And this is something that you should learn as early as now, to be grateful. Some people live their lives without being grateful. You hear people saying good old days. This is because they have realized that those days were so good. But during those days, they were not enjoying those days. For example, now we have become adults and we keep remembering about those good old days, the high school days. But when you are in high school, you really hated it. You really hated waking up in the morning, taking cold showers, especially if you went to boarding school. But now that you are an adult, you are realizing that, oh, wait, that life was much easier than, adulting. You are reflecting on those days and saying, good old days, but in that time you did not enjoy. And trust me now, you see, right now, enjoy right now, because I'm telling you, a few years from now, you'd be saying the good old days when I had a great body, and you'd be looking at your pictures. Like now, I look at my pictures and my high school and my campus pictures, and boy, I had a flat tummy. My tummy was snatched. But at that time, I didn't feel like that. Just be grateful. Enjoy the moment. Focus on the now. The seventh step is to express your emotions appropriately. If someone has done something wrong to you, maybe they have abused you or something, in the heat of the moment, if you feel that you cannot be able to express your heart and tell them what they have done to you, just tell them, at this moment, I don't feel like talking about this, but when I'm ready, I will let you know. Just go, reflect, calm yourself, soothe yourself, and self-soothing is very important. Self-soothe yourself, accept the emotions, feel the heart, feel all those emotions, and then when you're ready, go to that person, talk to them, express yourself, let them know what exactly hurt you, how maybe you would have expected them to act better, and how maybe you expect them to act in the future. This is also something that I feel that I should mention. I have said that you should not stay with your feelings for so long. For example, if you have broken up with someone, you should not stay a month, 2 months, you're still feeling the hurt. One of the ways that you can avoid yourself prolonging those feelings for so long is to engage in activities that will distract you. For example, for me, when I'm hurt and I'm feeling like the emotions are taking way too long to go away, I engage in cleaning and cooking. I love cooking, so I'll just look at new recipes if I have the ingredients, or I can go get them if I don't have them, and just cook a good meal. If not that, I love cleaning. I'll clean my house, I'll do general cleaning, I'll move my beds, I'll move my couches, I will wipe everything. I will even sometimes wash my carpet. I will not take it to the people who wash it. I will wash it myself with a brush. Engage in activities that help you take your mind off those emotions. The eighth step is to practice empathy. As human beings, we go through a lot, and sometimes, despite what we are going through, we have to get up and show up. And just by looking at someone, you can never know what they are going through. It is always good to practice empathy. Maybe someone is just mad for no reason. Maybe someone is just mad, not at you, but because of whatever they are going through. Always be kind and compassionate to the other people, and especially people who offer one-on-one services. I really feel for those people, because it does not matter what you're going through. You have to get up and show up. For example, a waiter, even if you're having a bad day, even if you just lost somebody important, even if you just had a heartbreak, you just have to get up and show up and serve those people with a smile. And it's really hard, guys. You really need to be kind and compassionate. Sometimes you go to the supermarket, maybe that cashier is going through a lot at their home. Maybe they're even facing an eviction, or they're going through a divorce, or they just lost someone important in their life, and they have an attitude with you. Maybe they have not tallied all the goods that you have bought well. Be kind, be compassionate. Sometimes we go through a lot. Always move through life with this mentality that the person, whatever they are doing with the best knowledge that they have, and just be kind and compassionate to them, because sometimes we live in a very mean world. The ninth step is to seek support. If you know you are very emotional and you have done the self-awareness step, and you have realized that you have a lot of trauma, you have a lot of things that are not solved in your life, you have a lot of daddy issues, mommy issues, just seek help. Go to a professional, get the help that you need, heal your traumas, heal those triggers, and this will also help you to be able to handle your emotions appropriately. The 10th step is to reflect and adjust. Understand that the journey to emotional intelligence is not linear. Sometimes you'll do 5 steps ahead and then you do 2 steps behind and react in a way that you didn't want to react, or you had promised yourself never to react that way. Adjust, be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, and make improvements. Reflect on that situation, try and see what you could have done better, why your previous plan on how to act in such situation did not work, and try and adjust it accordingly. And remember, ladies, being emotionally intelligent and mastering your emotions does not mean that you will not experience any negative emotions, or you will always act appropriately in every situation. No, it does not mean that. It means that you develop a healthy relationship with your emotions, and you'll be able to use your emotions to your advantage. And also, ladies, understand that you're the master of your emotions. Those emotions are not supposed to control you. You are supposed to control them. They are in you. You're not in them. You have a right to dictate when they can be there and when they cannot be there. Change your mindset and know that you are the master of your emotions. I hope this video was insightful for you as it was for me. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Share it with someone who you think might need to improve and work on their emotional intelligence. Bye.